Welcome to Jessi FIT Pilates. We are in day 6. You have made it almost a whole week. You are in the middle of my 21-day Pilates pre-festival spring challenge. It's day 6 and we've gotten through the first week, and you might have noticed I'm trying to alternate days of strength and days of cardio, and that's really what I believe in my 17 years as a trainer is the best for balance. So today is a flow stretchy day. We'll be doing some Pilates and yoga moves. We're going to be really focusing on hip opening and shoulder opening a little bit today, but a lot of hip openers since we really in the last few days with the ball and the circle might have, or maybe you did another workout, might have really taken a toll on your hips. We are going to warm up with just a little bit of Pilates type ab work. So let's go ahead and lay on your mat, hug your knees into your chest, and rock back and forth from right to left. And don't forget, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're coming back, thank yourself for coming back and doing something good for your body and having fun and being a Pilates unicorn. Let's reach those arms up, stretch back, flatten your low back to the mat. Let's keep the low back flat today. Press your arms down and then hover them above the mat. Start to pump the arms in and up and down rather. Then you can lift your head, draw your belly muscles in. And if you want to extend those legs up for your full hundreds, extend them up. Breathing in and breathing out. If you want to make it harder, you can lower the legs, but you got to keep that lower back flat to the mat. You can always release your neck to the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. A few more. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go ahead and lower the legs down. We can reach back, anchor your heels down. You can bend the knees if you need to. Starting out nice and easy and just rolling your spine forward and then back. Right, segmenting the spine. Tailbone reaches forward, belly pulls in and up. And if you want to intensify, reach those hands back. Don't let the hands touch the floor. And just stretching forward and back. Now we're going to hold it about halfway back there for a few seconds. Really scoop the belly muscles in. Bring the legs together. Draw the belly muscles in. You'll start to really shake. Maybe go back a little bit deeper. Deep breaths. Keep pointing your toes. Hold. And let's take it all the way on down. Crossing your ankles. Bring your arms up. Bend your knees in, and we're gonna flip it around to our kneeling knee position. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I'm gonna point my toes, and we're just gonna cat-cow a few times. And now, arch your back, send the hips back, round, come forward. Shoulders over my hips, arch, hinge, chin down, round up like a pony. Arch, back, chin to chest, come up, arch, back. And maybe do a few a little faster. Really on a flow day, I just really want you to move your body, mobilize, and then reverse it back, arch, up, round, back, arch, up, round. I'm really getting a nice stretch to the shoulders and my back. My abs are pulled in tight. From here, let's go ahead and flex the toes. You can walk the hands out a little bit, draw the shoulders back, right, off of the ears towards the spine, and take a down dog. I'm gonna bring my toes in a little bit today, more yoga style, and just send my feet back and my weight back to my heels, and we can pedal a few times. And then go ahead and just draw those hips back more, and up. Now draw the shoulders back, pull the belly muscles in. See if you can bend and stretch the knees. Down dog knee taps. I'm going to try to keep my shoulders off my ears. My elbows are rotating in and I'm pressing into my fingers. Let's go a little faster. 8, 7, 6. Keep scooping your belly up. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then finally take it back to your kneeling position. Tuck the toes. Rounded arch. And then from there, draw the shoulders back, pull the belly in, flex the toes, hover, send it back to down dog and bring the feet together. And I'm going to take it might be your left leg, so take one leg up and then bend, then stretch that knee. Try to keep the hips square. Try to press evenly into both hands. And then from there, take that foot down, come on forward, and then back, crossing at the ankles there. And then cross the ankles the other way. Lift up, flex your toes. Right, now the other leg is gonna come up to my left leg. I'm gonna bend and stretch it, and I'm really trying to press evenly into both hands. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears and really lift the belly. A few more here. And then finally, we're gonna come on down and take a kneeling lunge. Let the hips sink deep, come back, and alternate. So I want you to really activate that back glute so you're opening the front of that hip. I'm drawing my belly muscles in. You can always use a block or something like that if you're having trouble with the balance. And I'm really planting my front foot down, especially that heel, as I squeeze that glute. We can take the arms up and then down. It'll increase the intensity. Make sure you're keeping your butt muscles active. Now hold it here. Now, I'm going to have you take the same arm down and opposite arm up, and we're going to reach up and over to that side. You can come deeper into the lunge and plant that knee down. And now from here, we're going to rotate. So the hands are right in front of my chest, and I'm just going to have you rotate. Right, just mobilizing the hip. Keeping the glutes active. And then from here, we're going to hold it down just for a second. And the back knee, right? So that's my right hand is forward. I'm gonna see if I can reach for that with the opposite hand. So just coming into a twisted thigh stretch here. Breathing in deep, maybe flexing the foot. Keeping that knee planted right over the ankle, keeping all 5 of my toes pressing down. You can always use a circle or a strap to modify. Deep breath. And we are going to come back to our kneeling position, and this time bring both knees down, heels together. And we're just gonna take our hands to our hips, drop your tailbone down, and let's just do a little bit of mobilization in the upper back, chest before we go on to the other leg. So draw the shoulders back, look up toward the ceiling, and then back to the wall in front of you. Keep the lower belly active, and then maybe you can start to come back a little bit, and we're gonna add a little bit of a twist. And then maybe you can reach back with one leg. You can flex the toes, will actually make that a little easier, so you can do a few there. Just to get a little deeper of a hip stretch, and then start to bring your gaze up and draw the abs in tighter. If you want to take the toes down and make that just a little busier, stretching through those thighs. Squeezing through your bottom, keeping the chest lifted, the abs in. We'll do one more each way. Try that exhale and inhale. Great if you've been sitting a lot. Now bring the other foot forward. Pause here for a second. You can come down, really square off the hips. And then plant the same hand to the leg. Squeeze your back glute. Bring the arm up, and we'll do a few side bends to really open the side of that hip. Try to keep the shoulders somewhat down. It'll be a little hard here, but really think about keeping that hip point down and reaching over. A few more. Exhale. Inhale. Now, bring your hands forward and we'll start the rotation. So just keep the legs active. That front knee, I'm trying to keep it over that front foot. Really mobilizing the hips and the torso. The hips are really staying still. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Now come down to your hands. Take that front knee a little bit further. Take the same hand that's forward as the leg and reach back. I'm drawing my abs in and I'm looking over my right shoulder. Think about really reaching long through that unicorn horn, bending through that front leg. Deep breaths. You can always use a strap or a circle. Try to keep that front knee planted down. All 5 of my front toes are pressing down. And then finally, let it go. Change your legs. Right? And now come down to your hands. And maybe we can take a lizard pose. Elbows are down. You can always stay up on the hands. Press the front big toe down, and maybe you can lift the back knee and come forward and back a few times. My eyes are forward, my shoulders are off the ears. Maybe hug the front knee a little bit in towards the body. Pause for a second. See, you can always come down if you need to. If you can bring that leg back, come to an elbow plank. Draw your shoulder blades back. Lift your belly muscles up. Reach the heels back and lengthen that whole spine as you lift up through the belly. Then plant the knees down. Come up to your hands. Switch legs. Deep breath in here. Lengthen the neck. See then if you can come lower. Front big toe presses down to the mat. Abs pull in. Shoulders draw onto the spine. If you want to deepen the pose, deepen those unicorn stretches. For unicorn flexibility, lift that back knee and then slide forward and back, hinging on the heel, hinging on the unicorn hooves. Flexibility does not come easy. And then let's see if we can come back to that elbow plank and just do a little unicorn run. One knee then the other for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, hips reach back. Take that child's pose. And then let's come and lay down onto our tummies. And I want you to reach your hands back, plant the tops of your feet down, and lift your shoulders. Just draw your abs in, draw your shoulders down, and just stretch those arms up, up, up. Now, from here, reach your arms out to the side. We're going to take a little bit of a shoulder stretch, palms are down, and start to turn your body and just keep that palm down, and then maybe you can bring that leg back, and we're just going to take a few little stretches here, keeping the neck long, and I'm just kind of sliding forward and back, adding just a little bit of mobility. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to reach that arm out to a T, turn onto that shoulder, and then see if you can step the foot back. And I'm just sliding back and forth. to mobilize the joints. Then come back onto your tummy and take your hands under your shoulders and keep your feet down, squeeze your belly and your butt, and just do a few little lifts again. And then take the hands back and interlace again. See if you can get up a little bit higher, drawing your belly muscles in, and then come down. Now bend your legs and see if you can grab onto your ankles. Draw the shoulders back first, press into your hands, and let's see if we can lift up. Flex your feet now. And let's just release down and take a child's pose. Adding a little bit of a twist now, twisting one hand over the shoulder, letting that ear come down. And we're gonna go back and we're gonna add on into a little bit of a rocking motion. So come down, bend one leg the other. Grab onto the feet, flex, lift. See if you can rock. Now squeeze the knees together, just hold back for a few more seconds. Let it go, turn one cheek down, and just rock out for a second. We're gonna do one more. Bring the feet in. This time see if you can grab from the insides. This is way harder for me. Flex your toes. And maybe try a few rocks here. So good for your shoulders. Extend the legs back, hands come under the shoulders. And we're gonna slide our feet forward. And we're gonna open the feet wide, flex the toes. You can bend the knees if you need to. Round back. Now reach the hands up. You're gonna come up and dive for one leg. Bend the knee as much as you need to. Keep the other hip down and reach the other hand over the ear and come over. Now rotate back through the center, roll back, roll up, dive for the leg. Opposite arm reaches up and over. Roll it back, up, over, center, back, up, and dive over. All right, my unicorn friends, I hope you enjoyed today's unicorn flexibility flow. Super quick workout just to get all those sore unicorn muscles going. If it's your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you can get unicorn fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile, guys.